Hi guys, in today's video we are going to paint this beautiful fairy painting in simple 4 step. Now let's get started. Now let's see the materials we need for this painting. I have given the material links in the description. In step 1 we are going to paint the background. So here I take my flat brush and I am going to apply the color here. So first we are going to paint the background in the circle form like this. So in this painting you can see we are going to paint everything that is in the dark blue around the surface like this, but in the center of the canvas we are going to apply the light colors. So now let's apply the color. So here you can use a flat brush or filbert brush, any brush you want you can use. So here we just apply the colors like this. So now let's mix the color deep cyan with the white and we are going to apply the color here. So in the center of the canvas we have this light color and around this light color we have the dark color. Now let's mix the light and dark color and we are going to blend them like this. Now let's apply the color in the center. So here our background is ready. Now we are going to paint some small leaves. So here in this painting we are going to paint the water lily. So we are going to paint the water lily leaves here. You just need to take the color deep cyan and we are going to paint some water lily leaves here. And now you can see I am just painting this water lilies only in the light shade of the blue. We are going to add more leaves in this area. So here I am using my liner brush. You can use your small round brush. So in this fairy painting we have a background like this. So in the background we have the lilies and the leaves, and then in the middle ground we are going to paint the fairy and also the glowing flower, and then we are going to paint the foreground. So this is the system of this painting. And now let's paint some small stems under this leaves. So here I am using the same liner brush to paint the small tiny lines. You can also paint some small lines here to paint the creepers. So this creepers will make the painting more interesting. So actually it seems like we are painting a deep forest. So I really like to paint more things like this. Now let's paint the fairy. So here I am going to just use my dry brush. So my brush is really dry. I didn't touch any water. So here we are going to apply the dry brush on our surface like this. So we can just apply the colors and we will get a texture of the canvas. So we can see the texture of the canvas once we touch the dry brush here. So we are going to just apply the color in the shape of the fairy. In our painting we are going to paint the fairy. Something is like a glowing fairy. So we are going to paint the glowing effect around it. That's why here I am using my round brush and also using the dry round brush. So if you are using your dry brush and if you are using canvas, then you will get this result. We are not just applying the color in the shape of the fairy. So you can see we are going to paint the glow around the fairy. So we need to apply the color out of the outline so that we will get the glowing effect around it. So now you just take the color and just apply the color like this. Later we can add more details. So right now just apply the color. So now let's take the color neon pink. So here I am using the color neon pink. If you don't have the color neon pink, then you can use any pink you have. Here you can see I am not painting the pink part all over this glowing effort. So we need to leave some glowing effort. That's why we can see the result later. So now let's just apply the color. So here you can see we can see the glowing effect right now. There are two reasons why we use the color white in the background first. So the reason is you can see the background is really dark. If we directly apply the color light pink, then the light pink won't be really bright and vibrant. That's why we first add the color white, and also to create the glowing effect we definitely need this white. And now we are going to paint the skirt. So here I use the color light pink and I just drag the paint like this. And also you can use the light pink to create the shadow effect in this fairy. In this fairy painting, we are not going to paint the details in the face. We are just going to focus on the shape and also the glowing effect. So here you can see I'm just applying the color for the shadow. So then we can add some details. So here I'm just paint the magic wand. Now here we have the color white and yellow. So now we are going to mix the color yellow with white and a little neon pink. So we get this light orange shade. So we are going to apply the color in the front part. And also you can apply the color yellow in the wings, and here you can see I am painting the shadow in the head, especially in the bun. Here I use the color light pink to paint the petals, and we can add the dark pink and the light pink on the top and the bottom. And now we are going to paint more petals. So here I am using the color light pink, and this painting is really simple one. We are not going to focus more on the flowers. We are just adding some small details here. And now let's add a small bud here. And now let's paint the shadow. So here we are using the color pink. So this time I didn't add more white, so you get this dark pink, and we are going to mix the pink here. And then we are going to add some small details and just take the colors and blend the colors together. Now we are going to paint the leaves. So here we have the colors sap green, raw sienna and lemon yellow, and we are going to paint the leaves first. So you can use your round brush to paint the shape of the leaves. This is the mid-ground of this painting, and here we have this glowing fairy. So we get the light source from the fairy. So here in this part, especially in the mid-ground, we are going to add more light effect. So first just apply the color for the leaves. Later we are going to add the light value and also the highlight. Then we are going to add the shadow. So here take the same round brush. I am going to paint the lines for the creepers. Now let's add more yellow to our green, and we are going to apply this vibrant greenish yellow on the pot of this leaf. So where we get the light source, we are going to apply this color. If you are someone who really loves to paint something fantasy, magical and mystery, then you will definitely like this playlist, because I too really like to paint them. In this playlist you can see different types of fantasy painting with my step-by-step explanations. Now take the color yellow and we are adding the highlight. So here we take the color lemon yellow and we are applying the color only in the area we get the light source, and then we are going to paint the stem. Once we finish painting all the stems, then we can add the shadow part. So here we have the color sap green mixed with the black, and we are adding this color only in the shadow part. We can use the same dark green to paint the small details in the leaf. Now let's paint the magic spell. So here we are going to apply some small dot using the color yellow and white. So this is a spell from this magic wand, and we are going to add some small dots. To make this painting more cool and interesting, let's paint some fireflies. So here I take the color yellow and I'm going to paint some circles, and I'm going to smudge the color outside the circle. So once the layer is completely dry, now let's take the color white and put a small white dot in the center. Now the fireflies are ready. And now take the color yellow and we are going to paint the glow in the flower like this. So now take the color white and we are applying the color here. So now the glowing flower is ready, and now we are going to paint the foreground. So here we have the bush around this midground. So here take the color sap green mixed with the black, and here I am using my fan brush to paint the leaf foliage effect. If you don't have a fan brush, then you can use your normal flat brush. And then we can take the color sap green and just apply the color here. And before that you have to check if the previous layer is completely dry. Now just enjoy the process. I really like to paint the leaf foliage effect like this. Then mix the color sap green with yellow and we are adding the mid-tone here. So you can see I am adding the mid-tone where we get the light source. So once this layer is dry, we are going to add the highlight. Without any doubt, yellow will be the highlight. So now let's take the color yellow and we are going to paint the highlight here. So we are just painting the highlight, so the leaves that is too near to the fairy. So here we are adding the highlight, and now you can see after adding the bush around the midground, we can see this painting becomes more beautiful, and I really like this painting. Now let's see the complete look of this painting. Please let me know your thoughts about this painting in the comment section. I will meet you guys with another beautiful painting. Until then, have fun with colors.